All right, we're good. Someone want to say an opening prayer?
I'll say it. Dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for the opportunity we have to go to BYU, Idaho, and for the great school it is. And please bless us that as we do this assignment, that we'll each be able to contribute thoughts that'll help our group, and please help us all to understand each other and to communicate clearly and say these things in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen. I have a spiritual thought. I'll volunteer, distribute.
All right.
So I just was doing my meetings like I was talking about and met with some families. And I was shared on LDS.org. There was a talk by President Uchtdorf about love first. And it talked about how a lot of members of the church and just in general, we like to pick something we think is right and something that we value more than anything, and then kind of metaphorically draw the target around that bullseye. But he talked about how, in all reality, Christ taught that the first great commandment was to love God and then to love our neighbors. And he said that that's the bullseye. And if we have that as our goal, or if that's what we're aiming for, then everything else just kind of falls into place, if that's what we are trying to strive for. And I thought it was really appropriate, especially lately with news and just kind of all the contention and stuff that's going on, that we can really and should love others more and to be kind to those we're around.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for sharing.
All right. I guess we're just supposed to kind of go over the questions from the case study.
Okay. So, should we jump in that?
Yeah. So I'm just flipping open to it. So question 1A was just to make the capitalization table regarding the initial founding of the company.
Okay.
So I just did this all in Excel. And what I have is Lexi, initial investment was $1,000. She gave herself she gave herself 100,000 shares. And so that's $100 a share.
Okay.
That's what I got as well.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
And then 1B was just to add the angel investor in there, investing $50,000 at 50 cents a share.
Let me pull up mine.
If you actually, if we all want to show each other our work or whatever, if you have an Excel, you can actually go
I don't know.
screen share thing and we can see your screen.
Okay. That's, oh, there we go. So can you see that?
Not yet.
Is it not working?
Uh,
Oh, here. Sorry. Now can you?
yeah, I can see it now.
Okay. So I just followed I just kind of made mine look exactly like the one that they had given us the example of,
Mm-hmm.
and did the angel investors information, the second part. So I put the 1,000. Oh, so the $50,000 at 50 cents a share.
Mm-hmm.
So 100,000 shares. So they own half and half if they do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same. 100,000 shares a piece, 50 cents a share. Total investment would be 50,000 for the angel investor, and I guess Lexi is basing her share price at 50 cents a share. She has 1,000 shares, 100,000 rather. So she would own 50% as well.
Okay.
So I'm pretty clear on that one too.
And then for, if anyone else wants to show their work, they can, but I'll just keep going until you tell me to.
Give me a couple seconds and I'll show you mine.
Okay.
I just need to edit it real quick. Okay, tell me if you can see it. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of like did all the different scenarios. I actually forgot to change this. Okay. So I did all the different scenarios, what she could do to kind of figure out what would be the best thing. So like right here, this is like selling it to the angel investor at $250. In the end, she would end up coming away with like 41% of the shares of the company, and the angel would end up with 8.3%. And then the potato rock would end up with 50%.
Sorry, which question are we on in the case?
I was just kind of going over all of them.
Okay.
I was just kind of showing what I did. I don't know if you guys want to do that or not, but
So mine are a little different than yours. My answers are.
for which one?
I'm just trying to look at see why they're different.
Which one?
Let's see. You said the angel investor at $250 a share.
Yeah, I actually forgot to update these. So it's really just these ones right here.
Because I don't think they.
Okay,
I don't
let
think
me.
I have one angel investor at 250. I have her. I have the angel investor at $2, and $1, and then the potato rock at 250.
Okay,
That
so
might be-
let me just.
Oh,
Sorry, Jason. Go ahead.
One of the things I couldn't figure out. This was going to question number 2. Create a capitalization table for Homeplate, assuming the angel investor invests 50,000 at $2 per share. How many shares would the angel purchase under this proposal? So that's pretty straightforward. At $2 a share, angel would do 25,000 shares with the $25,000 investment. Then this is a question that I didn't understand. What share of the equity would Lexi own? And here's where I didn't understand it. If we go back to the original outline, it says that she created she created 100,000 shares. But if we go to question 1B, say she retained her original 100,000 shares. So in other words, in this example, in 1B, there was actually 200,000 shares. So if we go to question 2, what share of equity would Lexi own? The thing I wasn't understanding is, okay, well, are we talking about there's 100,000 shares, or are we saying that there's 200,000 shares? If we're saying that there's 100,000 shares and he owns 25,000 shares, she would own 75,000 shares essentially. But there was a little bit of a gray area to me because they switch channels on you in question number 1. All along they tell you that the story includes that she has 100,000 shares, and then in question number 1B specifically says that let's suppose that she retains her 100,000 shares and had an angel investor. Well, that changes pretty much the dynamic of everything. So I don't know.
So
What are your thoughts?
the way I took that was that the angel investor gets new shares.
yeah.
Lexi's going to keep the 100,000. The angel investor gets the additional whatever she's buying or he's buying.
Okay, so so in question 2, if she has 100,000 shares still and the share price is $2, then he owns 25,000 shares and she owns 100,000 shares, and he's 20% owner and she's 80% owner. Is that correct?
That's what I have.
Okay.
So what you
All
came
right.
up with?
So you guys are on the same page. You're much brighter than I am, so it's good. Okay. Assuming
All right,
Lexi,
Jason, I did it the same way as you.
what's that?
I did it the same way as you. She had 75 and he had 25 because I split it and kept it that way.
Yeah, because it's really not very clear. I mean, create a capitalization table assuming that the investor invests 50,000 at $2 per share. Well, the entire outline read that she had thought up one day to have. I mean, she created basically 100,000 shares, and so are we talking about where we pivoted to where she retains her 100,000 shares, or are we back to the original model where there was only 100,000 shares of which she just sold basically 25,000 and she retained 75,000? To me, that it wasn't very clear, but maybe I'm not that bright. Okay.
Yeah, I just deferred to 1B where it says that we're just going to assume that she kept her 100,000. That's why I did it the way I did. But you're right. It doesn't say that in 2. And I kept that assumption throughout all the other questions too.
Yeah. Okay. What was the next question?
The next one says that assume Lexi and the angel agree on $1 per share in the seed round. What share of the company would she own after Series A, assuming she raises $300,000 at $2.50 per share? And what share of the company would the angel own in Potato Rock?
Okay. So you guys, so what I did with my, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Do we have the others with? Are they with us? There you are. Is Andrew with us? There you are. Okay.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see my screen again, what I did with my Excel sheet, I just pretty much made it so I could punch in any of the numbers and it would show what percent they had. And so if the angel did it for $1 a share, investing 50,000, and then the Potato Rock did 300,000 at 250. This would be the percent ownership right here, which I don't remember the numbers from last time. That's the only downside of this. But yeah, so those are my answers. I don't know if that's what you got.
I can't see it and look at mine at the same time. So what did you come up with the ownership shares?
So Lexi has 41.6%. The angel has 22.9%. And Potato Rock has 50%.
Okay.
Okay, so throughout every round, you had Lexi keeping original 100,000 shares.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that's what we were supposed to do, but that's just kind of what I assumed.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
assumed.
Okay, so that's the part I wasn't understanding.
I think in the Harvard business thing, it talked about kind of the dilution. So you have your initial, and then you kind of dilute it by adding more to it or things like that. So I think it makes sense where she keeps her 100,000, but it gets diluted because those shares are added from when the angel investor buys it and then from when Potato Rock buys it, which would then in turn dilute her percentage of ownership.
Because actually, now that I look at yours, when you could back into any of the numbers with that assumption, I think that was the part I was not assuming or not understanding is this assumption, as to whether she held her 100,000 shares throughout or whether her shares were being, anyway, that's what I wasn't understanding. So that certainly helps, I guess, clarify that.
So, Braden, what do you have for the number of shares for the other two? Because my percentages are different than yours.
So, because no matter what, oh, sorry, this I actually messed up because I was actually trying to figure out like what would happen if they did the debt thing, the convertible debt. So I was actually adding 10% onto the angels. Let me change that real quick. Because he invests 50,000, right?
Yeah, still back at that other one we were just looking at when it's just that the $1 per share for the angel and the $2.50 for the Potato Rock.
Okay. I think actually.
So I think on that you forgot a 0. There. Oh,
Which one?
And if I could just comment too, I think on your spreadsheet here it says 300,000 price per share of 250, but with convertible debt at 10%, doesn't he get the opportunity with his 300,000 to buy price per share at 10% less than what the price per share is?
So this isn't including the convertible debt.
Oh, it's not including it.
Yeah. Number 3 was just $1 per share for the angel investor.
Oh, okay. I'm jumping ahead. Sorry about that.
I actually think something is wrong with one of my equations though, because this isn't adding.
Yeah, that shouldn't come out to 50 because the 300,000 divided by 250 equals your 120,
Yeah.
number of shares, and then 120 plus the 50,000 plus the 100,000 equals 270. And so 270 divided by the 120.
So I'm going to share my screen again just to see if I have the right. Maybe. Can you see that?
So 100. Whoa.
So I have 100,000 shares to Lexi.
4.44. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
have.
4.44 for the potato bank. Okay.
Wait, let me see your screen again.
Yeah.
87. Okay, cool.
So Lexi has her 100,000. Angel investor has 50. And
Potato
someone
Rock
else comes
has
along.
120.
Okay. So then the question is of percentage of ownership. What is a percentage of ownership out of 270 is 150 and 120. Okay, that makes sense. By the way, are we supposed to submit, like on the submit tab, the one that's following the case study, are we basically supposed to submit our own spreadsheets and or docs?
So the last, the ones that we've done together, we've kind of shared the questions. So I didn't know, do we still answer those other questions this week? Or do we just have to share these?
So, hey, real quick, look at mine and see if that's right now. Because I just switched things around.
Let's see. Yeah, that looks like what I have.
Yeah, that looks correct.
I messed up on my formula as well. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we still do the same questions.
Okay.
No, I guess, so when it says Homeplate case analysis submission, we have to upload our documents. Which document do we upload? Do we have like a group document that is submitted, is distributed to all of us, or do we each do our own individual documents?
So what we've been doing is each of us will answer a couple questions off of that guide, and then we'll mail what we've been doing is everybody's been emailing the questions to me, and I just put it together and I email it all back out to everyone. And then we can
Okay.
each.
Well, I can tell you that mine is of no value to you, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that way we only each have to do like 2 questions or something.
Okay. Okay, so question number 4, are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's my question number 4. So on this one, Lexi goes, or the angel investor goes to a convertible. So in the seed round, she gets no shares and has no ownership.
That's question number 4.
Yeah, this is question number 4. Let's see. Create a capitalization table for Lexi's venture after raising her Series A funding with the following assumptions. Lexi chooses 50,000 convertible debt instead of equity. So that's the seed round. The convertible debt's carried at 0% interest. Then Lexi raises another 300,000 at $250 a share in 1 year. So that's the potato rock that we already had. And then the debt will be converted at 10% discount. So I came up with the angel investor being able to buy shares at $2.25. So for her for the 50,000, that comes up to 22,222, if I'm doing my math right. Does that make sense to everybody?
So wait, say that again.
2222. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 22,222 and like 22 cents or something.
For the 10% on the
Discount that he gets.
That's the number of shares, yeah. The discount would be $2.25.
So it's
per share.
10% off the 250 because
Correct.
he put in the debt.
And how much did he, was the 250, oh, sorry, the 225, and how much did he kick in at that point?
So he invested the 50,000 and he bought, so now he gets his shares of his
Oh,
initial investment.
Gotcha.
So $50,000
Right.
at
His 50 was
$2.25 per
converted to shares.
share is like 22,222 shares.
Right. That's correct. Okay. And then someone else comes along after that and does 300,000 based at 250, not 225.
Right.
Right, just because they were the
Okay.
capital firm. And so then, yeah, when you get all the shares out, you still have.
So that looks correct to me. But I'm not an authority figure because I did mine wrong. So
wait, how many shares did you have? The angel buying.
The angel's going to buy 22,222 shares. And, leftover cents. So,
22,222.
yeah.
22,000.
Okay, that's what I got. Or 21.
22.
Okay, that's what I got.
All right. And then if I can get down to my next tab. This is what I did for 5 and 6, just so I could see it all on one screen. But up here I have option 1 compared to the convertible option for percentages. And so the difference is, if you can see that more, what's in the blue. So the angel investor actually loses 9% interest if they go with the convertible option. Everybody else gains.
when you say 9% difference, that's in dilution of, what is that in reference to?
So if they do the convertible option for the ownership, yeah. The convertible option of ownership compared to the ownership they would have had in option 1.
Okay, looks good.
And then I think that Lexi should take the convertible option. She
That's
keeps
what
a
I thought.
percentage.
Yeah, I think it's clear that that's where she gets to keep most of the ownership.
Yeah.
Okay, I learned a lot.
Yeah, you as well. So, who wants to take what questions? I mean, like, Sarah, if you just wanted to attach that spreadsheet for the one that tells you to do like the analysis, like the numerical analysis or whatever it says,
Yeah.
you can just attach your spreadsheet and an email and just send it to me and I'll put it on there for that question. Because with 4 of us, we only need to answer like 2 each.
Yeah. But I like it here.
Yeah, I forwarded that spreadsheet right before we started talking. So if you don't have it, let me know.
I'm sure I have it.
Okay.
You guys have my email address?
I put that on the same email
guess.
with my spreadsheet.
Right.
So if I can do 1, 2, and 3, and then everybody else can divide the rest amongst themselves. Whoever wants to take what.
So the spreadsheet is going to answer.
You should do like 5, right?
4 and 5, I
No.
think. Or is it just 5?
I think 4 and 5 are normally kind of together.
Yeah.
I think it might be 6. It's 6.
Is it 6? So Jason, do you know what questions we're talking about?
I believe so. Is this the one where we just reviewed, the 1 through 6?
No, if you go back, I'm pulling it up right now, to the Dropbox case. No, let's see, I pulled the wrong thing up.
No, if you go on mine, if you actually go, so you go to week 5 in your iLearn and then click on, don't just click on week 5, but then go to Homeplate case. And then where you have the Dropbox to upload Homeplate case analysis submission. And then it says due Friday 1, and then it says upload your case analysis. And then there should be a link that says case analysis study guide instructions. And if you click that, those are the 9 questions that we're talking about. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, but I mean, okay, let me do the pull down menu. So what is the Dropbox, or what is the drop down menu on? There's
so
the
if you go to the course, and then click week 5 on the side, on the left side,
Mm-hmm.
and then it gives you lesson instructions, Homeplate case, and yield X case. You click Homeplate case.
Okay.
And then it says the first assignment is prep assignment. Second assignment is your Homeplate case analysis submission.
Mm-hmm.
And then under that to the right, it says case analysis study guide instructions. That's hyperlink.
Got it. Okay, I'm
Click
here.
on that. Those are the questions.
Okay, so perfect. So which of these questions did you want me to do?
So I think so Braden said he's going to do 1 and 2, and then, or 1, 2, and 3.
That's just whatever. Like, because actually question number 5 is not really a question. It's part of reading it. So I could do 1 and 2. If someone else wants to do 3 and 4, like Jason, if you want to do 3 and 4.
And then Sarah did the 5 and 6.
And then there's that still leaves 3 questions. So I'll do 1.
7, 8, 9. So I'll do 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
And 7 kind of goes in with 6 too, because it says, what's your hypothesis? And that's kind
We're
of,
going with the
the conversion option.
So we just email those to you, Braden?
Yeah. And you have my email, right?
Yeah.
She sent Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the last one I sent to everybody with the attachments.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, when you're all done, just send them to me, and I'm just gonna try and get it all compiled and send out right now. So.
Great, and I will, as soon as we sign off, I will send the link to everybody too for video tonight.
Awesome.
The link, you mean the spreadsheet that was done correctly?
No, the link to this video.
Oh, the video. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you should already
So
have this.
you upload that to your post discussion, Jason, where it says like link to your group video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Nope. Yeah, I'm good there. Okay, sounds good. And then what time do you guys get together on Saturday?
So does that work for everybody this week, Saturday?
Yeah.
For the next? Can we do morning?
I think that's the easiest.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do it at 9 again.
That one.
Jason, what time zone are you
Say that again.
in?
I'm in Texas. I'm in Central. What about you guys?
We're all in Idaho.
All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we do 9 o'clock, that's 10 o'clock for you. Does that work?
Should work. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, hey,
Yep. I'll make it work.
is someone doing question 10? Because there's actually a question number 10.
What's 10?
Maybe it's not supposed to be on there. On my little sheet that I have, it says question your own hypothesis. But if it's not on the
That's
one,
number
That one's
9.
number 9, yeah.
oh, okay,
Maybe they just numbered it wrong, skipped a number.
okay, cool.
Okay. Sounds
Alright.
good. Thanks for letting me join you.
Saturday.
Okay.
See you guys Saturday.
All right. See you.